And then, I mean, we could go ahead. Ordinarily, we have kind of a formal introduction period where we'll, all introduce the co-op. We have a lot of new faces here today. And so it probably would be a good idea to spend a little time like talking about the co-op, why it was formed, what we would like to see the co-op become, and the goals that we would like to accomplish. But let's go ahead and carry on with this conversation. Seems pretty important. Sarah, you got your hand up.
Oh, we just, sorry. I was sending you a direct.
Oh,
sorry. We're figuring out if Brian did get an email, since we've got the proper email address over to you. Were you able to send an invite to him, Brian, at Calyx Crafts?
I know it bounced the first time, and then I immediately replied and gave you
the. Gave me another one, and I did add it.
Okay, cool.
68bn1@gmail.
Cool. Yeah, we just want to make sure.
I did add that.
Thank you.
So he should have the invite now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and start this meeting formally. I actually have a hard stop at 11, so I'm going to pass the meeting over to Sarah. I hope you don't mind at 11, and if you guys want to continue, that's fine. But typically, we try to keep it to an hour. Our meetings we like to keep short, just so that because we have several of them a week, and we don't want to over stimulate people on meetings and whatnot. So
yeah. Justin, if I don't have a paid Zoom account, will you be able to transfer it to me and we keep going, or?
I think so, because it's all in my account. So yeah.
Cool. Just want to make sure.
And I think it would be good to do very brief introductions. So ordinarily, I try to keep it under 30 seconds, but if we could even be shorter than that, that would be good. And so what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and go across my my Zoom list here and just let everybody introduce themselves as quickly as possible. And so Huron Smith, you're up first.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Huron. You guys could call me Huey, and I'm the owner of Soul Cultivations and Soul Sap. We're a organic greenhouse, a sun-grown farm out of Ashland. We're one of the first 50 farms in Jackson County. Been doing it since 2016. Call ourselves part of the Jackson 50. Not sure who the other 49 are, but I think that's a good little moniker that we hold. And then just recently, we've transitioned to all fresh frozen, and then we do hash powder also. So that's our main focus.
Tyler.
Tyler Carpenter with Kumba Hills. We're a full sun light dep operation outside of Rogue River. We finally finished harvest and we're moving into the warm warehouse work.
Right on. And we got Steve up. You got to unmute yourself though, Steve.
There we go. Hey, good morning, Steve. So my partner Saul, and I think Laurie's on here as well from Vist Oregon. Excited to share what we're working on with you guys this morning.
Right on. And we got Mark, also known as Allison.
Allison's my wife and CFO. Travis, Ashley, and Danny Mendoza are who we're partnered with. We run Alta Gardens. We're organic in Sam's Valley, and that's pretty much it.
And Aaron.
Hello, my name is Aaron Getty. I'm Vice President of Southern Oregon Family Farms. I'm CEO of Special Branded. We have 2 tier 2s at the confluence of the Applegate and the Rogue Rivers. We really focus on being as organic as possible. And we also use no horticultural oils, only biological sprays. Thank you so much for having me.
And yeah, Marley.
Hey guys, yeah, I got this invite from Sarah, and I'm a second generation cannabis farmer, born and raised in Southern Oregon. I see some familiar faces on here for sure. Yeah, but we're sun grown out in Eagle Point, and yeah, look forward to hearing from you guys. Thanks.
And Jeremy, you're up.
Jeremy Hunsaker with Agricola Collective. I just here to help share my knowledge and if there's anything I can do to help out. Thanks for having me.
All right, thanks, Jeremy. And Sarah and Brian.
Hey, folks. Brian here, Sarah. We are co-owners of Green Bandit. We're a sun-grown farm outside of Eagle Point, focused on organics and regenerative growing. And that's a lot of our story right there.
And we've got Adie Rae.
Hi friends, I'm an outlier here. I'm a neuroscientist based in Portland. I wear a number of hats, but one of them is with a small consulting firm, and our focus is to quantify the effects of flower in healthy human beings. I also am here as a resource. Most recently, Tyler and I were in conversations about how to grade product for quality, which may also include how it makes people feel. So here is a resource. Thanks.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, also, I recently published a paper based on the data that came from the Cultivation Classic Cannabis Cup in Portland. I'll post a link to that in the chat.
Right on. Thank you, Adie. And Kristine.
Hi, I'm Kristine Miller. I am the owner, grower, compliance, everything at Southern Oregon Moonshine. We're an outdoor tier 2 sun-grown farm. I'm a legacy farmer and a mother of 4. I'm just trying to make it in this industry.
Right. And Devin, is Devin with you today?
Devin is hunting. Devin is my partner. He's Circle D Farms. He is a legacy farmer and outdoors enthusiast and sun-grown tier 2 sustainable farming practices. And he is elk hunting with his eldest son.
Right on. And we've got Spencer today.
Hello, my name's Spencer. I'm the founder of Farmers Market Distribution. We sell and distribute CPG products and flour across the state. And thank you for the invite.
All right. And then we've got, and I don't know your first name, but your username is Jay Herda.
That's me, John Herda, owner of River Grown. We're a mixed tier 2. Solventless processing and wholesale in Rogue River, and yeah, hoping to take first place tomorrow with our live rosin at the Growers Cup.
I like your office. Is that a Con Xbox?
It's pretty glorious, yeah.
It's nice and warm. Cedar.
Hi, I'm Cedar Grey. I'm the founder of Siskiyou Sungrown. My wife and I founded Siskiyou in 2014. I'm a lifelong cannabis professional. Siskiyou Sungrown, we have 2 tier 2 organic farms in Williams, and we make health and wellness products both on the OLCC side and on the hemp side. And I'm going to be multitasking today. I've got a couple of other things to do simultaneously, but I wanted to be part of this. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you for being here today. And then we got Kevin McCabe.
Hello, I'm Kevin McCabe. I sold my operation. I'm currently reinventing myself, and thanks for having me along.
Nice, thank you. Thanks for being here, Kevin. And then we have Laurie. Laurie, do you? Okay.
Hello. Hi, I'm with Vist Oregon. Steve and Saul are my partners, and we've been talking with Alta Gardens, and we are excited to share some technology that we're bringing to market to help cultivators. And so we're looking forward to telling you about it.
Nice, thank you. Alan.
Yeah.
Well,
You went on mute, Alan.
you went the opposite.
Oh, am I good now?
We hear
Hi.
you.
Great. My name's Alan Clark. We're mixed tier 2, located on the coast, out in Bandit. Yeah, and I look forward to seeing whoever's at the cup this weekend.
Nice, thank you. And then let's see here. Allison already went. We got Farmer Tom.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Farmer Tom here. Do branding, marketing, farmer consulting. I've been busy judging the Growers Cup all weekend, all week long. So I hope to see you all down there tomorrow.
And then we've got our board member, Patrick.
Hey guys, Patrick here, co-owner of Roganja, Tier 2 outdoor, sun-grown. My brother and I are the owners. That's about it.
Awesome, thank you. And Brian Saint.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I represent Calyx Crafts, Director of Operations over here, processor, making anything from infused pre-rolls to shatter to diamonds and sauce, you name it, we probably made it.
Right on, thank you, Brian. And then I'm Justin Botillier, CEO of Calyx CPA. So Brian and I share a name. I hope you don't mind, Brian. We work with all businesses in the cannabis industry, doing 280E mitigation, business consulting, entity formation services, tax planning, tax preparation, those kinds of things. So I'm really happy to be here and get to be a part of you guys, because this is pretty cool. So hey, why don't I turn it over, Aaron or Kristine, do you want to give a go on kind of introducing the co-op? We got a lot of new faces today, and it'd be good to like kind of reiterate, you know, why SOFF and the co-op.
Sure, Kristine, you want to help me in tag teaming anything that I don't cover? Sound good?
Yep.
Okay. So Southern Oregon Family Farms is actually an LLC that Kristine started. We came into this year about 9 months ago, struggling for sales with the wholesalers we had historically used, and we cooperated in combining our sales efforts with shared leaf link page. Apex was at the time. Sales reps represented all of our different farms, and our goal was to own the direct sales effort. That enterprise was pretty costly and unprofessional. And so we've kind of, and in the meantime, the cooperative membership and interest has really increased. And so we've kind of, Southern Oregon Family Farms has taken a backseat in trying to organize our direct wholesale efforts, and currently focused on organizing our membership through foundational documents such as code of ethics, positions and committees, roles, and really focusing right now on how we can standardize our packaging, cooperating our group efforts. Third-party grading is ideal, but looking at internal grading processes to establish consumer confidence across the board, our collective marketing and branding strategies. And also we have a lot of board and policy investments on how we're going to structure our efforts moving forward. Currently, the requirements or criteria for being a farm member around is Oregon-based ownership structures, sun-grown, and OLCC. We also require a third party and or effective manner in managing your taxes and bookkeeping, because we're all here for the right reasons and representing a Oregon-owned brand. And so currently we're looking at, outside of the 5 different points I was saying, is how to group structure ourselves. We're really understanding how we can get our products to market in an effective, efficient way. Our efforts this next year are going to be solidifying partnership agreements with solid wholesalers. These wholesalers, we really don't have the opportunity to work with just one wholesaler because of the amount of memberships and quality products we have. So we're going to be having not just direct communications with different wholesalers, but also these communications amongst wholesalers will understand where our products are, who have them, and trying to get the wholesalers on the same page so that we can all be transparent and work well with each other. Our requirements for wholesalers really are that we want to know where our products are being sold, so that we can be in communications with the dispensaries to help them with bud tender education, vendor days, or any product questions that they have. So our effort is not to go direct to these dispensaries around our wholesalers. The main focus is developing a partnership agreement where we can help the wholesalers to better represent us as a collective group. We're also looking at some efforts to build a SOFF brand, because every farm has their own sales efforts, but then SOFF also has its efforts to help its farm members to distribute products. And so we're looking at what it means to create a SOFF brand. And so we're going to start at the very bottom product offering with maybe biomass, distillate, maybe bees, associated pre-rolls and or infused products. And in time, when we develop the correct metrics and pricing and the product offerings start to grab hold, we might have more opportunities to work on the next task at hand. Kristine, do you have anything to add to my message?
That was so great, Aaron. There's a couple of little things I wanted to add is we as a whole with our value-added products and our flower and the third-party grading, our goal as a whole is to uplift the quality of outdoor cannabis. We all know, like anybody who's grown up here or lived here, smoked outdoor weed in Oregon knows how great it is, but people that maybe aren't from here or different states, they have like a poo-poo idea on outdoor flower and its quality. So our goal is to like strongly represent quality sun-grown flower and what we know it is. And another one is building relationships like Aaron was talking about with our wholesale and distribution partners is so that we can effectively educate the consumer on why they should buy local sun-grown craft cannabis and getting fair market price. Like a lot of us this last year sold our crops at a loss. So we're trying to figure out a way to stay profitable so small farms like us stay in business. Like how do we work together as Oregon-centric farms with Oregon's best interests in mind? How do we stay in this game and not get pushed out of it? So that's about it.
Can I put a couple, throw some comments in there? So what I'm looking to do is I'm looking at like the long game because we definitely have short-term survival needs, but I'm also thinking interstate commerce, which I've been keeping an eye on very closely. Some of the largest agricultural co-ops are located in the United States. The United States has some of the largest agricultural co-ops. They control the price of butter. They control the price of cattle or milk and cattle. Cranberries are some of the things like ocean spray and whatnot. I kind of see Southern Oregon Family Farms or some sort of derivative of that in the future after interstate commerce controlling the price of sun-grown cannabis across the United States. Currently, I work with 40-50 dispensaries here in Oregon. We're cultivating relationships with dispensaries across the United States currently. And I really see Southern Oregon sun-grown cannabis being in every dispensary across the United States. So I'm thinking of it in the long run, and I see that this organization definitely has the potential for that. Right on. So I've left this I'm thinking it's kind of like a free-flowing meeting sometimes. Sometimes we have an agenda, sometimes we don't. We have a lot of people today. And some of the things that I was thinking maybe we could do is we could go over some of the committee initiatives. And for those people who represent a committee, maybe we could talk about like what's happening right now with the committees. Because for those of you who want to be more active in the co-op, we always have openings for being on committees to push forward the co-op's initiatives. We have a sales committee, we have a marketing committee, we have a packaging committee, we have a third-party grading committee, which a few of us are on. We also have the board and policy committee that we're working on. So if there's no objections, we could do that. Aaron and Kristine, do you have any other ideas that, and if that you want to propose for this meeting, or does that sound good, Aaron?
I'd really like to focus on hearing from our new guests and get introductions from them. But that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I would love to. We have a lot of people, so we're going to have to keep it somewhat short. Usually we don't have this many people who are new to this meeting, but maybe we go ahead and start the process. And then for those of you who may not have been able to get the opportunity to introduce yourself, and there is no hard line cutoff time, only for me and a few other people at 11. But if we just want to go ahead and start with the top and work our way down, that sounds good. But maybe we could keep it as brief as we can to fit everybody in. And then we have business that we could talk about too. So
especially people like wholesalers, processors, any value added opportunities. I think new members that are here, farm members, are really looking to just understand what we're doing. So I'd like to emphasize service providers and future partnerships.
okay. Well, so do we want to have the farm? So just to be clear, are we going to have the farmers introduce themselves, or are we looking for ancillary businesses to go first?
I think ancillary businesses, as farmers are really here just to learn about what we're doing. And I think we'll have the opportunity to hear from them in a bit, but I wanted to give the opportunity to ancillary businesses the opportunity to talk about the things that they are bringing to market or could help the cooperative. Somebody in the group said that they have a harvesting technology, wholesalers, Calyx Crafts. We're really excited to hear from Calyx Crafts.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. So why don't we go ahead and start with Brian then, right? He's Calyx Crafts. Brian Saint.
Correct. Yeah, can
wanna-
you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, so just kind of give you guys a quick backstory. I was formerly with Lunchbox Alchemy. Maybe you guys have heard of them, edible manufacturer. Kind of one of the first to do it. And so I was a key piece with them. That company dissolved. Since then, I've joined forces over here at Calyx. Anthony can't be with us today. He's the owner of the company. But I'm 46 years old, and we've been friends since he was 15. So we've done it all together. It's pretty much a family-run business over here. There's no outside investment. We're able to do things fairly quick in this market when it comes to creating new products and getting them to stores. So really for me, I was hoping to kind of listen in today to kind of get an understanding what the farms wanted. And with that being said, I would probably like to schedule appointments with anybody that wanted to share what their ideas were and how we could, work together in the future. I feel like even though this is a coalition that, there's probably some different expectations amongst all these different farms. So, that's kind of where I'm at. Like I said before, though, we're pretty open to, creating new products for folks, labeling, toll processing. We just took on an extra 6,000 feet downstairs from where we're currently located. And then we also have another 6,000 square foot kitchen that's being built at another location about 10 minutes away. So our goal is really to, start to do a lot of white label projects for folks like yourselves and yeah, just keep things humming along. I can say also, a lot of companies this time of year are kind of ramping down, if you will, knowing that it's end of the year and things, and we've had some record months our last couple of months, and we're hoping December is going to be another record month for us. So we're gaining a lot of momentum, we're making a lot of noise, and just trying to find like-minded folks out there to work with and keep this thing going.
Right on.
Any questions that anybody's got?
Could you share your contact information, maybe in the chat or?
Yeah, I could do that.
You know, Aaron, you got your hand up?
Yeah, sorry, I'm on my phone today. It's a little bit new for me, but in regards to your inquiry, I'd say that the cooperative has two different angles. So there's the farm members individually that looking to build their brands and their own specific products. And then the cooperative is also discussing how we can have group product offerings, maybe like soft branded, infused pre-rolls with co-branding of where the products come from each farm. The stuff is in the works. It's still, we're just discussing it. So we're a little bit off, but we definitely are, as a group, interested in working with one company specifically so that we can build specific product offerings that represent the cooperative as a whole.
I mean, that all sounds good. You know, like I said, we're in a good space right now. You know, another thing I failed to mention is we have a wholesale license also in Salem. So, you know, it helps having that kind of centralized location to hump stuff over the hill, if you will.
Right on. Hey, why don't we give West Coast Tree Hugger a chance to introduce herself? But she got on a little bit late. We didn't hear from her. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Well, I could jump in here, guys. Good morning. This is Steve here. How y'all doing? Thanks for having us. So I wanted to just chime in real quick, guys. You know, we're hearing a lot of issues about, you know, we're growing some amazing flower down there. We've got this really cool tech behind me here that we've developed that really it's all about preserving your terpenes and your cannabinoids. We all know on this call here, oxygen is the bane of our plant's existence with the terpene degradation and the cannabinoid conversions that go on during that time frame. This system puts that into a suspended animation literally for up to 12 months. No degradation, no microbial growth, and no cannabinoid conversion. So really that's what we're all about up here. My buddy Saul here is one of my partners. Saul, do you have anything you'd like to jump in and say as well?
No, I think this is high evolution technology that's just been introduced within the past year in Colorado, in Canada, and we just brought it to Oregon. We already have companies that are using the technology to package their material so that they can basically, as Steve said, put it in suspended animation and then sell it. I mean, it's perfect for any excess material you can't sell, because then you can hold on to it without any degradation of the terpenes or the microbials and sell it later when you want. And so there's no other technology like this. The inventors that we are partners with have invented over 200 patents in the food and pharmaceutical industry. Brian, I think you mentioned about, you know, your long-term view. The reality of it is that the inventors have been in the purification and packaging business for over 35 years and deal exclusively with the federal government. So this technology is in advance of interstate commerce, okay? And so we can literally, if any of you have material that you can't sell or you have to lower the price to a point this year that's gonna hurt, put it in suspended animation, and we can go ahead and we can take your material, because we're doing it for others now, and box it. We basically box it up with absolutely, there's not even a molecule of oxygen in the packaging.
Did you say the name of your business again? I didn't catch it when we started.
Vist Oregon, okay? Vist, V-I-S-T, Okay.
B as in boy.
And
V is in Victor.
V is in Victor.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we can go ahead. Steve's more technical than I am, and he can put all the contact information in the
Cool.
chat. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
It looks like Jeremy
Okay.
has a question for.
Yeah, I got a couple hands up here. Great.
There, I'd unmute. So can you do small packaging?
Absolutely.
Somebody
Yeah.
wanted prepackaged eighths or something like that to where they
Not-
stay good on the shelf?
Not quite yet to that level. That is our phase 2 technology that we should be rolling out here within the next 12 months. Currently, this is more of a bulk packaging. So we could do literally anything from half-pound units all the way up to like 5 to 7 pound units, depending on bud density.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I can grab an example package here real quick while the other person asks a question. Go ahead.
Is that me? The other question?
Alan has his hand up.
Yeah, what's the cost of package?
Pardon?
What's the cost of package?
Well,
I can't hear you.
I said, what is the cost?
Uh-oh.
Alan, we can hear you.
Steve, that we can't.
Yep, you're quiet though, Steve.
Okay, how about now, guys? Sorry about that. Go ahead, Saul. I think your microphone's not working.
Steve must have the microphone.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, you go.
He was asking a question that you were getting ready to answer.
It had to do with how much.
Oh, for costs, right? Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Okay. So right now, you want to talk about that? So
Yeah.
let me first show you this. Go back to the last question that was asked. So this is an example of a prepackaged half-pound unit right here. And so we could do anything from this all the way up to a bigger bag. It's a 0 oxygen barrier packaging system. So that goes back to that last question. I want to run and grab an example real quick.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay. He asked about how much. We can, depending on quantity and when, whether it's this month or 2 months or 3 months from now, we can go down to about approximately $20 a pound. And again, that puts it in suspended animation. Okay. And then you have the flexibility of when you want to sell it. And there's going to be no degradation. Steve had mentioned the reality of it is from the moment you have harvested, your terpene degradation on cannabis goes to 25% a month.
Yep.
Okay. Microbial contamination goes 23% a week.
The growth of it.
The
Yeah.
growth of it. So basically, the longer you sit on it, the more you're destroying it. And one thing that's clear when we open this packaging 1 month, 6 months down the road, and you open it, the smell quality. Somebody talked about quality. The smell quality will knock you down. It is so good. Okay, and so we are all about the quality of the cannabis and being able to maintain it. Okay. And so that's, a couple of you had talked about organic. We're kind of the next level up of organic. That's what our technology does. Okay.
We got a couple of hands up and there's also some questions in chat, and Aaron's had his hand up a couple of times, but just not the yellow.
Yeah, so my question is about if
Go
you
for it,
guys
Aaron.
wholesale, what's your business model? And I would agree that this sounds like a great technology. I would ask maybe a little bit of questions about the degradation, and like most of the industry knowledge understands that if they put their pounds into a refrigerator kept optimally about 50 degrees, do you see any, and we've had product a year old that seems like it's in suspended animation. What's your feeling on that in comparison to traditional storing methods?
That's a great question. What I can say about that is, look, yes, in a freezing environment, does it help? Yes. Does it prevent total? No. There's still oxidization that happens in there. I mean, think about when you leave, and I know this might be a bad example, but when you leave broccoli in a freezer too long, it starts altering the flavor. It starts altering the texture of it after a while.
Good example.
So the oxidization still will occur. That's the whole concept behind this is it purges the oxygen out of the bag and makes the packaging a zero oxygen environment, a true zero oxygen environment.
I totally concur about the oxygen, but specifically industry participants know not to freeze their product, because when you freeze it, the water content will actually rupture cell walls and then make it much more vulnerable when you pull it out. So we're talking 50 degrees, 50 as the magical number.
Yeah.
Can you talk to me a little bit about your business enterprise and how it works as far as your licensing, wholesale? What is your venture outside of this machine?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me dive into it. Number one, we are not considered a cannabis company. We're a service provider. So to ask you about what our business model is we are teaming up with wholesalers. Okay, as an option, we have two ways. Number one, we're teaming up with wholesalers and setting up fixed locations. We now have a fixed location here in Eugene where we can take in all the material we need, okay, that people want to give us. Over the next year, we hope to set up at least 2 or 3 other fixed locations. We do have the ability to do mobile, okay? We can transport our equipment, okay? But our preference is to try and do everything a fixed location because frankly, we can work more than 8 hours if we need to. And obviously with the potential capacity of this co-op, okay, that working out of a fixed location would be a lot more practical for us, but we're open depending on the volume and when you do it. The key is going to be just getting in line this year, because what we're finding is a number of farms like y'all, need this technology and the industry's just learning about it, and it's new technology.
One quick question. Would you also recommend when this service is provided that farms still store their product in a cool temperature that it has a barrier for light?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. All of that is still a great environment to store it in. This just takes it the one extra step of creating that true zero oxygen environment.
Yeah. And actually, Steve shows you the bag that it goes in. The bag literally goes into a box. So it limits the light affecting it as well. Plus, when your material's in a box, it's a crush-proof box. So you can stack it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm going to interrupt real quick. So I have to take off. I'm going to transfer this meeting. I have to take off soon. I'm going to transfer this meeting to Sarah and Brian as far as administrating this. But for those of you who may not get the opportunity to talk about your businesses, because obviously this is a very hot topic for the members here, email me. I'm going to put my email in the chat. I want you to email me, do a brief introduction of your business. I'll make sure you get prioritized for next meeting if you don't get the opportunity to speak today. Okay. I'll see you guys later.
Take care, buddy. Thanks for coming in.
Awesome.
Let me make just one comment in case we forget or get cut off. We are going to be at the Growers Cup in Riddle this Saturday. We have a booth there. And so any of you that want to learn more that we can't answer here, we'll certainly answer any questions you've got there.
Maybe it's my turn now. I don't know. Hi.
Hey there.
question, a couple of them is, so that $20 a bag, no, that's a pound, you said. And then does that include like labor if it comes in like bulk, you guys package it into like whatever, if it's a half a pound or 1 pound or 7 pound, it's the same per pound?
Yep, you
And
deliver
then-
to us in bulk totes and you receive it back in nice packaged units. Yeah.
And then the packaging, those bags, where are they sourced? Or like, how are they, like, are they Mylar? What's the?
So I like that you're asking this question. So again, like Saul had mentioned, the company that we're working with that developed this technology, they hold over 200 patents in the food and pharmaceutical formula, coffee, packaging, all this whatnot. So they actually developed this plastic. It's actually a 5-layer barrier material. Each layer is designed for a specific type of barrier inside the bag. And the bag itself is really what kind of locks in all that. And even though it's a clear bag, there is a UV protectant layer. But then we go one extra step further. We put it into a box that only allows a front window here and the front of the package. And then that box is really nice because then you can have crush proof stacking and storage at your facility. So good question though on the bag.
And then, so is it like, are you gas purging? Because I noticed that there wasn't a lot of headspace in that bag. So like typically with like nitrogen or argon or whatever you have to have.
They're actually